Hello, welcome back. As you can see, my headband's on, so that means I'm already in the middle of my project and I'm gonna start filming now. So I keep seeing people on TikTok making these like scrap fabric snakes, like stuffed snakes that are super long. And I've been really wanting to make one, but I don't really like snakes. So I was thinking a dragon, but kind of in the shape of a snake, like a snake with wings and little legs. So I got out my clothing scrap bin because I have two different scrap bins. I have like a quilting scrap bin and a clothing scrap bin. And the quilting scraps I can use for quilts, but the clothing scraps are the ones that like are not really the great materials for quilts, and especially if I'm mixing them with other quilting stuff, it's just not ideal. So I have been using them for applique and stuff, but that just does not eat up scraps like quilting does. So this is the perfect thing to eat up my scraps. And then I'm gonna stuff it with the little baby scraps of all the different fabrics that are just too small to save, which I've been saving in my little box over here of my third scrap box. So I guess I lied, I have three. Now I wish I would have thought of this before, because I've had so many scraps that were too small to save over the, like, since I started quilting since August, but I just didn't think about, I mean, I knew that you could use it as stuffing, but I just don't really make things that need to be stuffed. And the things that I have been making are like stuffed animals for my little cousins, and so I wanted to use like actual polyfill, so it wasn't like lumpy. But this is the perfect project for that, so if I would have thought of this before, I could have used those scraps, but that's okay. Because I'm also thinking of maybe making it so that I can like unzip it and put more scraps in when I have more, but we'll see what happens. So first I separated out all the scraps that I'm not gonna include, whether they're just like different materials I don't want to include, or there's like a full dress here that I maybe want to do something else with, plus this material is not ideal. This I have a specific project for in mind, so some of these I have projects for in mind already, so I'm not going to use these scraps. These scraps I'm going to use for a different project, and then these are the ones I'm going to use for the dragon. I wanted to do like a rainbow dragon because I have so many colors, so I'll line up the colors, and then the wings are going to be like gray and white on the top, and then on the underside I'm gonna like patchwork together a bunch of cute little fabrics, so I'm very excited. But first things first, I need to start with cutting all these into the right size pieces. So I'm just going to be cutting a bunch of rectangles of various different widths, but all the same length, if that makes sense. So at the end I'll taper the length so that it'll be not quite as long, but most of them will be a similar length. Okay, she's all cut out. So cute. And the wings, I did pivot on my idea for the wings. We still have them here. And unfortunately, it doesn't even look like I put a dent in this, but it all fits in the bag now, which it didn't before, so that's great. This is the scraps I'm going to stuff it with, and then this is just a different project waiting to be done. Okay, she's all sewn together. And I did use polyfill in the wings because I just wanted them like little stuffed, and so I didn't want there to be lumps when I just wanted it so thin. But the rest I will do with my scraps. Look at this little guy. He's so cute. So as you can see, like obviously there's like lumps and stuff because it's fabric scraps in there. But the one thing I didn't realize that I actually really enjoy is that because it's all fabric scraps, it's actually pretty heavy, like compared to if it was polyfill, obviously. So last night I like used it as a pillow to put like between my knees, like kind of like a pregnancy pillow, but for someone who's not pregnant. And it was so nice because I always need to sleep with something between my knees. And this is nice because I can like lay with my head on there and then my knees on there and then my feet on there. And I don't need to bunch up the blanket. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. As you notice, I did take off the wings because I didn't like how they looked. Like, it only looked nice if it was literally just like laying down like this and I spread the wings out. Like, if I like picked it up and put it back down, it was like, what is going on? Like, and also if I would have slept like I did last night with it, the wings would have just like gone in the way. It's so crazy. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think he's so cute. And it makes me giggle, which is a good thing, bringing joy into the world. So, success. I was thinking about adding eyes, but because I'm using it as a pillow now, I'm not going to do that because I don't want my head to get hurt on the buttons I was going to put on the eyes. Thank you for watching. I haven't done something creative today. Go and do something creative. Bye.